Okay, so I will introduce in very small word AMADA, which is a Japanese company with 2 plants in France, dealing with press brake and laser system. So the target for us is to grow with our customer, and we think about the opportunity of the 5G to optimize some processes. The target is to help the customer to have, let's say, the best TCO, total cost of ownership of the parts, for sure. So our will is to propose to have a complete approach also on the software and on the hardware side with our machine, in order to propose a win-win configuration. So we are thinking since now some years about the way to improve, let's say, and Gilles introduced the concept to improve the loop between our machine. So Gilles, previously you were talking about coordinated loop. So this is one of the challenge in our machine, to be able to have, let's say, smooth transfer from one machine to the other. So in this spirit, the automated guide vehicle or the autonomous mobile robots could be probably a way to shrink the, let's say, the lead time between the process and to improve the final cost of the metal part when you want to make sub part for inox cabinet, aluminium construction, or complex IT server. If you look at the machine, you have here several processes. I hope you see my mouse. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So starting from a complete system which is called CS, which is a compact storage, we store the raw material. So we are talking about sheet metal part. You put this, you launch a process. You goes into the laser cutting system, which is a fiber laser one. Then you have parts available, ready to pick up to the next stage. The next stage could very often is the bending process, where you are here robots in front of a press brake. So in this case, you need to transfer the part from the laser cutting to the bending area, and then as soon as the part has delivered, today very often with a forklift, the robot is able to by itself use the tools which is stored in what we call an automatic tool changer. And so, facing with the program which has been done previously, the machine is able to make the bending by itself. We have for sure several range of press brake due to the size of the part. In this case here, you have larger part. We could consider a very large part, but we have also some small machine which could be helpful to produce very small part, and then you are able, as soon as the part has been bent, to use this kind of conveyor, okay, to go to the next stage. The next stage could be also when the bending has been done, could be the welding. So we have also welding cells. So it's also a fiber laser technology which help in an automatic way to weld product in a safe complete cell area. It means that you are able to have the final part ready then to go, for instance, for painting. So today, for sure, all the needed software duly exists. So we are able to monitor our machine, to make the program in a comfortable way in a separate room, send the data to our machine, and then organize the production. But very often, as one more time Gilles says, the problem could be the bottleneck of the transfer of the parts between the machine. If you have no human available, or if the people are not there, you have to wait about human intervention, which is sad because we have machines which are able now to work 24 hours a day, 7 days on 7. So that's why we think there is something to probably to deal with the 5G with the combination of several things, because in our system we are talking about for sure big data, because we are generating data file for the parts and so on. We are for sure IoT, because we want to monitor and to remotely be able to control and to check our machine if the customer is requesting that. So 5G could be, we think, something interesting in this, let's say, in this field. So I try to summarize what we are expecting on this technology. So it was also said before, we think that cybersecurity in a plant today is more than ever something which has to be considered. So all the sensitive data should be not, let's say, stolen also. So that's why we think that the private network into the 5G could be an option. And also, we know that on cybersecurity, very often the problem, as it was the case on for instance, on a Renault production site, very often the problem could be as simple as a USB stick with a virus which came into the shop floor, onto the warehouse, and infected all the network. So it leads to a catastrophe if such things happen. We think that with the 5G, we have much more or less opportunity to have this kind of problem. I would say the same thing which has been said previously regarding the robustness compared to the Wi-Fi on the 5G, because we think that we have a larger coverage, and we have no problem with let's say the efficiency on the data transfer rate or the Wi-Fi zone, and what has been called previously the roaming. Let me finish by this example. Just imagine that you are able to launch a production set on a complete warehouse system with laser cutting. The product is finished and dispatched through AGV. We could think about a kind of temporary storage, and with the capacity of localization. Just think about the algorithm of Amazon in the big let's say also warehouse. We are able to say where are the parts in transit, and where it could be considered a temporary storage. And as soon as the machine itself has been liberated from the previous, let's say, batch process, a connected AMR will go to the localization of the part and bring new part without any human intervention to in front of the machine that you have here, and simply put the pallet with the raw material ready to be picked by the robots. And all the data regarding the size of the collecting system, which is here, has been sent previously thanks to the 5G. So the robot has been prepared by itself the way to manage the size and the shape of the part, and is able to go to the bending also, because everything has been, let's say, transferred as a data during the trajectory of the AGV or the AMR. So this is something that we think we could work on with the benefits of the 5G for the further, let's say,